What made you want to enlist in the first place? For me, it wasn't about running away from something. It was about running toward something. I grew up in a small town in Oklahoma, the kind of place where Friday night football was the biggest event of the week, and the same families had lived on the same streets for generations. My dad worked at the grain mill, my mom cleaned houses, and money was always tight. College wasn't looking realistic. I remember sitting in our kitchen one night, the ceiling fan rattling overhead, staring at a stack of unpaid bills. My mom whispered to my dad, "We'll figure it out," but I could see in his face that he didn't know how. The next morning, I walked past the Army recruiter's office downtown. The sign out front read, "Be part of something bigger." I'd seen it 1,000 times before, but that day it hit different. Bigger than bills, bigger than our little town, bigger than just me. I walked inside. Sergeant Miller, the recruiter, looked me over and said, "You play football?" I laughed. "Not well." He grinned and said, "Doesn't matter. We'll find you a team." I won't lie. I had doubts. My mom cried when I brought home the papers. My dad stayed quiet, just nodding with a mix of pride and fear. My friends called me crazy, but something about it felt right. I wanted purpose. I wanted discipline. I wanted to prove that a kid like me could stand for something. Fast forward a year, I was in basic training, covered in sweat and dirt, getting screamed at by a drill sergeant who seemed convinced I'd never make it. And I thought back to that night in the kitchen, the unpaid bills. My parents are trying their best. And I realized I wasn't just here for me. I was here for them. Every push-up, every mile, every 4 a.m. wake-up call, it was fuel. People think enlistment is about patriotism or chasing adventure, and maybe for some it is. For me, it was about giving my family one less thing to worry about. It was about stepping up when life didn't leave many options. And when I marched across that parade field at graduation, my mom was in the stands waving a tiny American flag, tears running down her face. My dad stood tall, clapping harder than I'd ever seen him clap for anything. At that moment, I knew I'd made the right choice. Sometimes, the reason you enlist isn't about the country, or the benefits, or the travel. Sometimes, it's about proving to yourself, and to the people you love, that you can be more than your circumstances. And even now, years later, I keep that memory close, because no matter how hard the road gets, I remind myself why I started. And that makes every step worth it.